Hello and welcome back. In this chapter, we're going to learn something incredibly important, something that sits behind almost every song you've ever heard, the major scale. Most of the music that you listen to, pop, film scores, worship, classical, comes from scales. And out of all of them, the major scale is the most important one. Why? Because once you understand it, you'll be able to figure out to play melodies from thousands of songs. And remember the chord progressions that you've been playing? Those come from the major scales too. Now, before we begin, if you don't want to take notes, grab the PDF below. It includes this chapter and the full course notes. Now, let's begin. The major scale is the most important one of the hundreds of scales you'll come across while exploring different music cultures. It's a bright, happy, uplifting sound, and once you understand it, music will start making a lot more sense. You've probably already heard it before without even realizing it. When people sing, Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La, Ti, Do, they are actually singing the notes of a major scale. Each syllable represents a note moving upward in order. So today we're going to learn how that works on a piano. We'll start with the easiest one, the C major scale. Why C major scale? Because it has no sharps and no flats. That means we only play the white notes on the piano, making it visually simple and perfect to remember. So let's take the white notes and start from C, and go through all the white notes to a C an octave higher. And that is the C major scale. Let's try playing them. Let's start with our right hand thumb with C, and go to the next with our index finger playing D. Then to E with our middle finger. Now when we get to F, we're going to cross over our thumb and play the F note. Then we continue with the rest of the fingers we have, starting our index to our pinky playing G, A, B, and C. Now this is how we place our fingers when we begin playing major scales. Notice how smooth and familiar it sounds. Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La, Ti, Do. Now we're going to learn the secret behind why the major scale sounds the way it does. Let's break it down by dissecting the distance between each note. Music moves using steps. So let's count the distance, or how many steps from C to D. We need to count every note including the black notes. So we go 1 and 2. So from C to D we have 2 steps. We call this a whole step. I'll explain in a moment why it's called a whole step. We'll represent the whole step with the letter W. And we'll put the W here to remember. Let's see D to E. And it also is 2 steps. So whole step again. Now E to F is only 1 step. And if we move only 1 step, we call it a half step and we'll represent it with H. So now we know a whole step equals 2 half steps. And we'll put H here to remember. Let's keep going. From F to G, we have 2 steps again, making it a whole step. G to A also 2 steps, making it another whole step. A to B also 2 steps, making it a whole step. And B to our octave higher C is only a step, which makes it a half step. This pattern is extremely important. It is what creates the major scale sound. So now we have the formula whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, whole step, half step. Because this single formula allows you to build a major scale starting from any note. But if you forget the formula, just go back to your C major scale and count the steps again. Now let's apply the formula for other major scales. Let's try starting with G. Instead of guessing the notes, we follow the same rule, W, W, H, W, 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 H. Let's start with G. According to the formula, first we need to take a whole step from G. 1, 2. We reach A. Again, from A, we take another whole step, 1, 2, and we'll reach B. Now we need to take a half step. So from B, we take half step, which is 1 step, and we'll reach C. From C, we take another whole step, 1, 2, and we'll reach D. From D, we take another whole step, 2 steps, 1, 2, and we'll reach E. And from E, we take another whole step, we'll reach F sharp. Now here we landed on a black note. Unlike the C major scale with all the white notes, the 7th note of the G major scale is a black note F sharp. That's interesting. Now let's finish by going from F sharp to which is a half step from F sharp to G. And just like that, we created the G major scale. Here we need an F sharp to keep the pattern correct. And with that, when we sing Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La, Ti, Do, it finally sounds correct. Let's give it a try. Do, Re, Mi, sol, la, ti, do. If we had just played the white note F instead of the F sharp, it would not have sounded like a major scale. Just give it a listen. Now this shows us something powerful. Scales are defined by distance between notes, not just white keys. Alright, now that you've seen how the formula works, let's do another one together, the D major scale. Remember our major scale formula? So we start on D and we follow the pattern, whole step up to E, from E, whole step up to F sharp, from F sharp, half step up to G, from G, whole step up to A, from A, whole step up to B, from B, whole step up to C sharp, and from C sharp, half step up back to D. So D major scale is D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp, and D. And notice what happened. To keep the major scale pattern correct, we ended up with two sharps, F sharp and C sharp. Now that's not random, that's the formula doing its job. Now let's do one more, because this is where it really starts to kick in. Let's build an A major scale. Same exact formula again. Start on A and follow it carefully. From A, a whole step to B. From B, a whole step again to C sharp. From C sharp, only half step up to D. From D, whole step up to E. From E, whole step up to F sharp. From F sharp, whole step up to G sharp. And from G sharp, half step up, back to A. So the A major scale is A, B, C sharp, D, E, F sharp, G sharp, A. And notice again, we needed three sharps this time. C sharp, F sharp, and G sharp. Same rule, same pattern, different starting note. So here's the big takeaway. You don't memorize random scales. You memorize one pattern. The whole step, half step, whole step, half step pattern. And that pattern builds every major scale. Okay, I guess you can build any major scale now. So how many scales are there? Since we have 12 notes in music, including sharps and flats, we have 12 major scales. Now that you've learned the formula to build a major scale, it's time to use it. Start by playing a few major scales with the fingering we learned. Then pick out the melodies from songs you like, because a lot of them come straight from the major scale. A perfect one to start is Do Re Mi by The Sound of Music. Try it out in our interactive lessons, it's in the link below. If you want more major scales, we'll cover them using the circle of fifths in the next chapter. You can also download the course PDF. It includes all the major scales and all the notes for this chapter, so you don't have to write everything down. It'll be especially helpful for the circle of fifths because it shows how many major scales connect to each other. I've also linked an extra PDF with other scales that sound very different if you want to explore. Stay tuned. Next videos will show you how to use scales and build chord progressions from them to play songs and even make your own music. See you in the next one.